What's good, everyone? Welcome back to another video of mine. Today we're gonna go do some backtesting on GBPJPY, and I just wanted to make a shorter video about basically what I was talking about in my last video from what I've learned, part 2. And yeah, I know it was a long video, so I can understand that some people might have lost their concentration on the video, and this will just be a shorter video where I will basically show you what I look at in my strategy and how I do it. Just keep in mind that I'm not a professional trader. I'm just an echo prospect, and I'm also still learning. And I know a lot of people also have problems with writing down their trading plan and what they should look at, because you might look at confluence like break structure, zones, maybe trend lines, whatever. But there are also important things like volume or just smaller things that we don't know yet as beginner traders. And that's basically what I'm trying to learn, and once I do learn it, I will definitely tell you guys, and I will definitely make a new video about it. But right now, let's just dive deep into the trading. Let's see where we're at. Oh yeah, wait, I need to tell you guys obviously what I'm doing. I will always look at the 4 hour, what's going on, what is the trend. It failed over here, it failed over here, direction to this zone. I just marked the whole consolidation. I put wait, yeah, we're just looking at the trend, right? This is a impulse to the, because it's to the downside, and this is the correction then, because we're going up again. It needs to correct the whole price from to this zone, and then we could go bearish again. That's like, it could happen. That's probably gonna happen. Then I go to the 1 hour and I mark up all my zones, right? These zones, zone over here, zone over here. I just mark up unmitigated zones basically and see where it could react to. And why I do that, that's for my targets, and these zones could be really important. And then I go on the 15 minute. If I'm going too fast, by the way, I'm sorry. I just don't want to make another long video for you guys. Just want to tell you guys quickly what's going on and how I'm going to do the back testing. But then I go to the 15 minutes and I mark these zones that could be like these, just these arrows where a break is happening. Just a break on any time frame. I don't care what time frame it is. These are just breaks. These are breaks, these are breaks, these are breaks, and then these are breaks. All these arrows you see are just breaks on any time frame. I just don't mark out what time frame, but I just mark them as breaks because that will be important for my target as well, and important for me to know when we could maybe have a small switch, because we're not taking huge pips or something. So let's just start right now. But we're at 5:30 a.m. Let's just skip a little bit to the London session, because that's where I will be starting my trades. Yeah, right now it's 9 and we're seeing a nice rejection to this zone. So this bullish candle, we do not have a bearish engulfing yet, so that's a bit scary, right? Because we're not sure here yet if we will see bearish moves over here. Let's just mark some arrows where it could break, and when it breaks these arrows, then I could look for a short, basically because I know we're in a bearish move right now. I'm seeing a nice rejection. I'm seeing good volume coming into the market, and yeah, so if I do get in over here, I would target this one, because this is now the lowest point for me in my eyes, and I just want to target this one because this will be the safest, because from here it could go even up further and maybe fill this, right? Going on 1 minute. See if it breaks anything. It could also possibly break this one, but this one would be more safe in my opinion. Or it could break both of them right away. Okay, so where do we want to get in? We want to get in on this one, basically where it broke. Let's just check. Wait, not this one. Remove it. Yeah, this one. Okay, let's check 3 minutes real quick. How does it look like? It looks like this. You could choose to put it on 3 minutes, like over there, maybe a little bit safer. I will do the 1 minute since that's just how I do it. Okay, already broke this one, so we can't target the next one over here. This is a pretty big move that normally the moves are not this big for my trades, but this one is indeed this big, so I'm just gonna target this one maybe a bit above, like so. Let's put it on 10R. Yes, and see if this one gets tapped in. Going up again. Okay, I don't think we're gonna get tapped in because we see a nice consolidation over here, and then it goes to the downside again. It does break the next one, so now we see a break again of the whole Asian session over here. So what I'm gonna do is this price is a little bit choppy for me, so I'm not sure about it. I'm going on in 3 minutes, and I set up my zone on this one. Why? Because it broke a structure over here, and it's still early. It's 9:30, and we can still take some pips in the London session basically, because the order flow right now is going downwards, and we do have a lot of volume. So let's see if it breaks. If it breaks, I'm just gonna keep this one and this one, because this right now for me is the extreme zone all the way above, and this one is the zone that broke this structure basically. Like, this is a very important structure, and these are less important than this one, because this basically broke the low, right? And this is not really an important zone. Here it just might grab some liquidity to go either up or yeah, just to go up again a little bit. Wait, let me put my order. And now it broke this one, so my next target will be this arrow right there. This is also a lot of pips actually. I haven't backtested GBPJPY really, but it seems to be a lot of pips with my okay. So what you could obviously choose here to go out of your trade, because you do see a lot of impulse, and then you're like, okay, this is crazy, I do not want this shit. But because this is my strategy, I will continue my trade, because if it hits SL, I'm fine with that. Like, maybe we can take this one then. For me, it's whatever. I will just take the trade and see how it goes. I wouldn't go out here. Some people would go out since they see a massive impulse to the upside, and they would think like, okay, there's too much volume going on. But how I see it, this structure point is also very important, this zone, and that's why we put a trade on it. So I would just leave it. It's not looking good, bruh. Okay, we like to see this. Now it could react to this zone, right? So here, this is where you need to watch out. Like, this is where you need to watch out, because it could react to this zone, and then you might want to put it on break even here. Looks like it's breaking it, and that's a TP. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so basically what I did here, we tried to get in here, right? Because we've seen a nice rejection, we've seen a break, we've seen another break. We're like, okay, we can try this zone. It didn't come back because a lot of volume was coming into the market, and all this volume is basically telling me, okay, it does want to go to the downside. What is the next important zone, and where did I see my next structure break? Next structure breaks over here. Next important zone is over there. Let's put a trade on there, and that's 7.8R. What time is it? It's 12 right before London closes the session. So right now I will just move on to the next session, because this was my trade for the London session, and I want to take my next trade in the New York session. It's coming into one of my zones. We are seeing, look, we're seeing a bearish engulfing over here, and it's in one of my zones, so we could possibly look for longs over here. But what we also need to take into account, the overall trend was bearish, and this is just a minor zone, that's why it's white. And then we have a more important zone over here. So what you could also do You could wait for a bigger break. Let's say this break right here. This would be the safest option, right? We have a smaller, almost have a smaller break over there, but not really. It can still react to this zone. Is this one mitigated? Yeah, it can still react to this zone right there. So what I would personally do is, you could, if the trends overall is bearish and there's a lot of volume in the market going bearish, I would personally rather take the first trade that I take over here and let it be a short than a long, because the reversals can really fuck you up, especially when you're on a lower time frame. So you can rather look for shorts than look for longs when the market is bearish right now, because reversals on lower time frames are very hard, and your confluences might fuck you over. So my next target for this one would be over here then. See if we get tapped in. We do not get tapped in, but it does have another break over here. So what do we do then? Put it on there, and we can also leave this one, because this is still unmitigated, right? This is still unmitigated. So what we do right now, we see another break over here. Then we look at the zone that broke the structure. Let's just remove this zone. Then we go to the zone that broke structure, and we put it on there. But what you have to keep in mind right now is that you have two trades open, and that's basically because we can still mitigate this and then go down, because we know the overall trend is bearish. But we can also take this structure point where it broke this structure, right? This zone that broke this structure, and that's why I would leave both of my trades open, because we don't know yet what the market will do. Okay, we're tapped in. This one needs to go till there as well. Okay, as you can see, it doesn't really know what it wants to do. This first one was SL. Let's now hope it takes the other one, and if not, we just take one loss. That's just how it is. Okay, but the important part right now, it didn't hit this one, right? The important part right now, what you need to do is take a look back in the market and see what it reacted to. Like, why did it, like, we had our extreme zone over here, but why did it already react to somewhere over here? Like, it could be this break, this point, right? It could be this point, because we marked that out as an important point as well. It didn't break the point over there, but right now I'm not really seeing any zones that are unmitigated over there. It probably took liquidity over here, because we see some wicks over here. It took liquidity over there, and that's where it went short. But we know our target was right, and that's still good. But yeah, that's basically how I trade right now. Unfortunately, this was an SL, and this one didn't hit, but at least we know we had the overall trend correctly, and we had our next TP was also correctly. Now I just need to work on, maybe, let's see if this, like, I could have known, because this is like double top over here, and this is where at my structure point. So what I could have done was I could have set a zone over here on these wicks, and maybe you put your entry on the first line, and when you do the gun box, and then above it. But that's something you have to backtest, and that's something you have to think about, and that's why you backtest, right? Because then you'll have more information, and this is something I didn't think about yet, but now for the next time I will think about it, and I will keep in mind that, okay, I have my structure point over here that I marked out before already. It might react to this, and I could set a zone over here somewhere, and not the extreme zone, because this might be more important where it will go to my TP, because we did expect it to go somewhere here, and it did actually. But at the end of the day, we took here a 7.8 R, and this was an SL, so we're still up in profits 6.8 R, and we only took two trades, so that's still decent. That's still decent in my opinion. So yeah, basically what we're doing is we're looking at the trend, and we are looking at 1 hour zones. We set on 50 minutes, we set all these breaks, right? All these breaks, and these breaks, as you can see, are really important. Over here you can really see that the break is important, because this is where you then could have set a zone, because you know, okay, this is an important place where it could react to, and it did react to it. Over here we had a break, we had another break, and we already set our most important zone over here, and that's where it reacted to pretty nicely. As you can see here as well, where I hit my SL, you could have gone out here if you manage your trades. I just leave my trades running, so this would have just been an SL. But if you see the low, like here, it didn't break the low, so you could have chosen to go out, because then this zone wasn't strong enough to break this low, and you could have said like, okay, I will just close my trade, or I will put it on break even, just because it didn't break this low. But I leave my trades running, so I didn't do that. But yeah, as you can see, this was also, it reacted nicely to the zone that we set. It just didn't break this low, so we didn't hit our TP, unfortunately. But still, that's 1 day of backtesting right now, and that's still a good day. We're up now 6.8 R, so that's good. So I hope this helps you guys with how I mark these structure points and what I do with them. And especially the most important part probably from the strategy is the volume and the trends. Like, where is volume coming in and where is it going? And this this will definitely help you with this strategy, what I do, and also with your own strategy. Just look what the trend is and look where volume comes in. But keep in mind that you might want to put structure points or zones to where you need to set your TP, because yeah, I could have, obviously I went in here, and yeah, I could have done this, right? Like, oh yeah, this is my most important zone, this is where it's definitely going, 16R, let's go, nice, right? But it's not important for me, because it could have also reacted to this one, could have reacted to this one, could have reacted to any zone, and it would have reversed to my extreme zone, and then my whole 7R that I had would be gone. So I'm not being too greedy, I'm just setting my TP on the next important thing where it could have reacted to, and for me it works best, because how many times have you guys seen your profits being in the 5R, then it went back to 1R, and you're like, yeah, damn, fuck. And with this, it's like you're not trading a lot of pips, so it will be easier when you're not trading a lot of pips to hit your TP, especially when you see volume coming into the market, and you will have less stress and you will be more certain it will hit your TP. But yeah, that was about it. I hope you guys learned anything from it. If you got any questions, by the way, just ask me, or if you have anything to help me on, just let me know, because I am open for all the help I can get. I'm still trying to figure out how I can really put this strategy on paper and do it as best as I can, because as well right here I should have known there was liquidity over here, so I should have known that it could react over here as well, and that's something I did not take into account because I'm too focused on the points that I put on paper, and I didn't put all the points that I need to on paper, or I didn't think about it because I don't know. That's something I gotta work on, and probably more starters gotta work on, thinking about everything you've learned. It's a difficult thing. It's a lot of information for us, of course, but we keep going. So I will speak to you guys later in the next video, and See ya.